bed that was so low it like killed a bunch of people.
Well, there's
You talking about Jericho?
I don't know.
Thank you.
I thought there was like this guy who blew like this trumpet that was so low it like split their ears.
I'm gonna give you the.
well, there's a whole thing called brown sound about
It was his favorite.
sound waves so low that it makes your bowels release.
Oh.
Well, I know what brown noise is.
Okay.
They probably really have that now, but he had to quit working on it.
I've heard brown noise.
So, you were you still in the Army in '68?
I got out. I was discharged from the Army April 5th, 1968.
Uh-huh.
Had a birthday April 11th, 1968, and got married April 20th, 1968.
So, do you regret of how close you came to still? You would have, if you had remained in the Army in '68, you would have potentially been the one to be the pallbearer at RFK's funeral instead of your brother?
No, I wasn't that much of a hero.
No.
You know, he still wins the war every day out at the VFW. He and his buddies, they sit there and have coffee every morning and let everybody know how they won the war.
What was your favorite job? Like, I don't know. I hated all of them.
I would, seriously, and this may sound really strange, was working for Scott's in high school and during the summers out on the plots and golf course. Because you were outside, you were wearing shorts, mowing, you know, running test plots, things like that. That was fun. That was, you know, that wasn't even like work. But then they didn't pay me like it was work either. One of my worst jobs was detasseling corn for 50 cents an hour.
God.
That's it?
Well, you know how much a gallon of gas was?
How much?
We would give Max 4 quarters to get 4 gallons of gas, and we could ride around all night.
That's pretty good.
It was
Now it's like
25 cents a gallon.
You give him 4 quarters?
No, we'd each pitch in a quarter.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a.
He had an old gray Studebaker. And the radio was a Philco that was in a leather case, portable radio, and he'd hang it from his rear view mirror.
What was the first car you had?
Huh?
What was the first car you had?
The first car that was mine was a 1960 Plymouth Sports Fury convertible.
What color?
Robin egg blue with white top.
Oh.
It belonged to.
you're as bad as Daisy. Down. Sorry. Keep going.
That was it. And it was really low and long. And I only had one accident in it. It didn't break anything or hurt anybody. But where that Tubby's Pizza is, you know where Tubby's is? They used to be called the Dairy Aisle, like a Dairy Queen, only Dairy Aisle.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody would kind of meet there on a Sunday if we were headed back to school.
Is Tubby's Pizza still there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crazy.
Huh?
I didn't know Tubby's Pizza was still there.
Yeah. And we'd meet there, and so I had the top down and was saying goodbye and backed up and went crunch. I hit a car behind me, and I turned around and it was a police cruiser.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I'm serious. But he didn't do anything. He was nice.
What's the most trouble you've ever gotten in?
The most trouble? I don't think I've ever been in any real trouble, have I?
I know.
No. I was coming home from school one Friday afternoon, and out on 31, there used to be, like, where all those houses are now, there was a bar there called Mummies and had a big stone parking lot. And I was coming in with my plan, and they were waving people into the parking lot because they were having State Highway Patrol was there and had license checks and registration checks. And now you couldn't do it because they'd say that was an invasion of privacy, probably. But, and Harry Wolf, who was the highway patrolman, that was a friend of my
Harry
dad's. He told him, he says, I'll get this one, because he knew me, knew my car. And he came over, and I gave him my driver's license, and he looked at it, and he shook his head. And he said, you stupid little shit. That's what he said. I won't forget that. He says, you realize your license is expired? I said, no. He says, take this home and park it, and I'm calling your dad. And he did. And I parked it until I got a new license. But that was the only trouble I was ever really in. I never
Stop it, guys.
caused it.
Are you getting that too?
And tonight's featured event is the cat fight. We have these every evening if you would like to come about, and we'll show them to you.
It's because Toby's a
Right,
mean
Martha?
cat.
Yeah.
Toby.
I'm not supposed to say anything derogatory or bad about cats.
Come on, cats, don't fight.
But yeah, that's the worst trouble I was ever in.